Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So last time we've took on Blaine. Oh, Pikachu, you're so adorable. So yeah, last time out we beat Blaine, the second to last gym leader of the game on Cinnabar Island. And now in this part we're going to finally finish our gym badge getting by taking on the final gym leader in Viridian City. We're going to be heading off to the Viridian City gym to take on Giovanni. Yeah, he's been gone a while doing, criminal activities. Decided to come back to actually do his fucking day job. But dude's here, so we've got to wait a little bit longer. It's not going to work, you prick. So yeah, it's still locked up. Giovanni's still not back because he's a fucking tool. So pretty much at this point he asks you, well, what should we do at this point? Because this is the last gym badge that we've got to get. So now we're going to head back and we're going to talk to Professor Oak and see what he has to say about the whole situation. Yeah, let's talk to Pikachu. Let's see what our Pokemon can do about it. But anyway, we're heading back to Professor Oak. And Blue's here as well. No introductions necessary. Haha. I like that reference actually to the original game, when it kind of asks you where he where he says, what was my grandson's name again? So I kind of like that. I kind of like that little nod to the original Gen 1. But anyway, this is where we get something which actually, to be fair, for this run, is completely useless to me. So Blue's going to give us something. We got the Keystone. Now the Keystone was something that was introduced in X and Y, along with the concept of Mega Evolutions, which is basically a temporary evolution where you can power up certain Pokemon and, make them even more ridiculously broken. So I think at the start you get... Sorry, in this version, in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. So we got these, but we need the Mega Stones, and what we get is Venusaurite, Charizardite X and Y, as well as Blastoisite. So these are for, obviously, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise. I don't have any of those in my party, so yeah, it's pretty useless. You can also pick up other ones by through other methods. One of the super bosses is Blue, and if you beat Blue, he gives you Mewtwoite. I believe there's an X and Y version of Mewtwoite, so you can use Mega Evolution on Mewtwo, which makes him even more fucking broken than he is already. This is kind of cool. This is a nice little thing. It sets up something that will happen once you've beaten the game. But for now, we have our useless Keystone, and we are now heading off to the final confrontation, our final gym leader battle against Giovanni in the Viridian City gym. You basically have to go and see... Where are you going? There you go. You have to go see Professor Oak first, and then magically Giovanni shows up in that short amount of time you've been gone, and now we can head off. Even I don't know, but one thing's for certain. Yeah. I may have kind of spoiled it, but so yeah, they all have ground-type Pokemon here. And this gym is not too bad. it's a little bit of a pain to navigate, but it's nothing too bad. It's nowhere near as bad as Sabrina's gym. Sabrina's gym is the absolute worst with all this teleportation paths and all that. It's a pain in the ass. Nidoking, ground poison, I want to say. I think it's a ground poison type. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, use the surf on him, and yeah, you know, Nidoking will go down pretty quickly. Like, Nidoking's a good Pokemon. Learns a lot of moves by TM. Has a lot of type coverage, and also hits like a truck. But it has a couple of 4 times weaknesses because it's, you know, because it's poison. Because it's part poison, it's 4 times weak to psychic. And then with the other Pokemon, he's like, what am I saying? But then he's also ground, so he's 4 times weak to. I think ground's 4 times weak to water. Yeah, I believe that's right. So it's a powerful Pokemon, but it has a lot of weaknesses. Nidoqueen's similar as well. Nidoqueen's a pretty good Pokemon, but it again has a couple of same problem as Nidoking, really. That it has a couple of really significant weaknesses, but it does learn a lot of moves by TM, and it does hit like a truck. So, like I say, this gym is a little bit difficult to navigate, but it's you can only go so many different ways. Anyway, Nidoqueen. I believe Nidoqueen, I'm trying to remember what typing she is. I think she's just pure ground. I don't think she's part poison. But water. So if you've got a water attack, it's going to really cause a lot of damage. I will say, just in terms of aesthetics, I prefer Nidoqueen's design over Nidoking. I don't really know why. I just think it looks better. Let's use Outrage. Dragon type move, cause a lot of damage. And we're done. Nidoqueen's down. We've got Pikachu up to level 56. So yeah, now it's time for us to leave. So yeah, we've got 2 more trainers to deal with in this room, and then we can move on to Giovanni himself. So I think we need. Yeah, here we go. Go up here, and then we want to go up this way. There we go. Now we've got 2 more trainers to deal with. We've got a this dude here. I can't remember his name, but we've got also got a martial artist, circus trainer. That's where it is, and I like that. That's really cool. The little the way the lights come on and show Giovanni in his chair, but with his Persian next to him. That's very James Bond villain style. That's kind of cool. So the final boss, the final gym leader is Giovanni. We've fought him twice before. Time for our final battle. The greatest trainer? I don't fucking think so, my friend. But anyway. We've seen Giovanni a couple of times, and his team is made up of a lot of ground-type Pokemon. So your Gyarados, or if you've got a grass type like Venusaur, is going to absolutely run roughshod over this dude. Dugtrio is actually a really good Pokemon for Gen 1. Hence why I'm using one. But as you can see, critical hit, absolutely decimated. And next, Giovanni is going to send out a Rhydon. Now the Rhydon, again, learns a lot of good moves by TM, and can cause a fuck ton of damage. It learns some really powerful moves, and it can really cause some problems for you. But I one-shotted it, so fuck you, Rhydon. But yeah, Rhydon's a good Pokemon. The problem is, as like I said about Nidoqueen and Nidoking, it has a big weaknesses. Because it's a ground type Pokemon, so it's 4 times weak to water, 4 times weak to grass. My apologies. So yeah, Rhydon will go down pretty easily, and now you just have to deal with his Nidoqueen. Now someone new causes me a lot of damage, or a lot of problems. I don't think it's Nidoqueen. So we're going to deal with her. Oh, what happens here is I forget what Outrage does. Basically, if you use Outrage, it will continually attack until you get tired. Once you get tired, you then become confused. So it's a real pain in the ass to use. I didn't realise that it was going to keep continuing to use Outrage. It was a decent amount of damage. But yeah, Nidoking is going to cause some damage. It's going to poison my Gyarados like a prick. And so, but I can't do anything because it's got to use Outrage again. So it got 3 Outrages off, and now it's confused. So, and Nidoking's going to use Poison Sting, and boom, my Gyarados is down. So yeah, that's the problem with Outrage. You don't want to use it too much. That was me being a retard. That was me thinking, I can use that, but wait. Psychic is weak to poison. I'm an idiot. Let's just get going. So we're going to use Dig here, just to finish off this battle. But no, that uses Earthquake, which kills my Dugtrio. Because basically, if you're underground when Earthquake hits, that's, I think, doubles its effectiveness. And at this point, I'm just like, fuck, who do I use? And it's like, wait, Pikachu's got a water type move. Let's use that. So yeah, it was just bad luck. The Nidoking used Earthquake when I'd used Dig, so that was pretty dumb of me. But whatever. Took a bit of damage, but Pikachu finishes it off, and Giovanni's done. We now have all 8 gym badges. Isn't that good? We get the Earth badge. So that means all 8 gym badges are got, which means we can go and take on the final, go and take on the Elite Four. So we also get a TM. We get Earthquake. Don't need it. Dugtrio already knows Earthquake, so we don't really need the TM. But it's a good TM to have, though. So now, because he's been beaten by a kid 3 times, he is now going to disband Team Rocket and leave forever. And he's going to train up and come back and take us on later. I hope if they continue the Let's Go series that they do that with the next one. Like with Gold and Silver, like you can actually actually take on like Giovanni as like a super boss at the end of the game. So it's kind of like, I'm back now, bitch. Time to take you on. But yeah, that's it. So now Blue is the new Pokemon, is congratulating us. So now Blue is going to take over from Viridian City Gym, which is actually something which didn't happen in the original Gen 1. It was something that it just so happened that when you went to the Kanto region during Gold and Silver in Gen 2, that Blue was in charge of Viridian City's gym, and it was the last gym for you to take on in that one too. So that's kind of a cool little thing that they kind of give a little nod to there. But we ain't going to be seeing him. And it's also the place where you go to if you want to take on the optional... you want to take him on, because there's an optional super boss along with green and red. Which I've decided not to do, those super boss fights, because, my god. I had a look at what the levels were, and green and blue are fine, but red is like level 85s across the board. So it's just like, no. No thank you. I don't want to do that much fucking grinding to get my Pokemon up to a level where they could actually compete. But anyway, so you'd expect us now to go off to... Where are you going, Tom? Where are you going? There you go, you prick. Through the door, thank you. So you'd expect me to go straight to the gym leaders at this point, but no, we've got one more thing we have to do in the overworld before we head through Indigo Plateau to take on the Elite Four. And that is, we have got to go find ourselves the power plant so we can catch ourselves our second legendary Pokemon, Zapdos. And boy did I have a hard time with this fucking jerk-off. But you won't see that until next part. So yeah, what you want to do is you want to head to, if you want to go to this place, head to Cerulean, head through the place which got ransacked by Team Rocket, and just keep going to the right until you get to this part here, and use your C-Skim. Now, something that's also interesting here is that this is the only place in the game where you can catch yourself a Dratini. So if you want a Dragonite for your party, you have to come all the way to here, keep going, keep C-skimming all the, up and down this area until you get yourself a Dratini. I believe it's a 5% encounter rate. And then once you've done that, catch him and you can get him for your team if you want him. If you want a Dratini, if you want a Dragonite. But here we are finally at the power plant. And that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time for the next part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, where the whole part is going to be investigating the power plant and trying to catch Zapdos. It took me such a fucking long time. It was unbelievable. But anyway, I'll see you for the next part of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Fuck Zapdos. Anyway, see you next time.